GM Grand. Well, they're scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round one now underway. What does Oscar need to be aware of facing a power puncher like he is tonight?
Well, that Oscar has a good defense. I mean, that is something that they've worked on throughout his amateur career into his pro career. He knew he had to be the full package. I'm going to tell him before, if he's my fight, I'm going to say, show me that dimension. I know you're good offensively. Show me how good you are defensively.
Good block by Pernell Whitaker. Really good work right there, landing the two punches in sequence by Oscar Delahoya. Whitaker's proving to be elusive. Oscar lands an uppercut on the inside. Halfway through round number one. Good work defensively by Pernell Whitaker. Plus, he landed. Oscar Delahoya's been stunned. Well, that's the classic wet noodle foundation right there. He's on wobbly legs.
Yeah, and it's not al dente. It's really, really wet noodles.
Protecting his head well with his guard. Delahoya's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
You got it. Let's go, champ. That's it. You got it.
And that's the end of round one. Let me paint this picture for you. You got to figure out a strategy, and your fighter's down to one eye.
Well, I hope that he read some history books, or he watched a movie named 300. You saw that movie, didn't
yes,
you? Great movie about the Spartans where they were outnumbered, and they had to get the terrain right to fight the fight. They had to get into the mountains where the greater forces, the great army, could not be the great army. They could not get in there and battle where they could take advantage of
Oscar Delahoya's been hurt. Whitaker's coming through now beautifully. That's the combination punching he wants to put forth. Delahoya's the target of a hook. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Whitaker's being very patient here, but it's with a plan in mind.
Yeah, it is with a plan in mind, and that's why he's such a successful fighter. He's trying to lure his opponent into a mistake.
Oscar Delahoya, proud Mexican-American, came from East LA, but for much of his career, he was viewed as maybe a little bit mainstream, maybe not falling in line with that Mexican warrior mentality the way of Fernando Vargas, another Southern California fighter, did.
Absolutely, and that bothered him. That bothered his pride, and it kind of spurred him on a little bit. I think there was two things that he was looking to kind of straighten out in his own mind. One was to get a little bit of the appreciation of the Mexican-American fans, the Mexican fans, where they didn't think that he was an outsider so much, that they thought of him as too much of a pretty boy, you know, not a real Mexican fighter. And another thing that he was always looking to get the satisfaction of was his father, that he wanted to satisfy his father. That was something that always pushed at him.
Commits to the straight right. And the countdown, the final moments of this round. Pernell Whitaker's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. And that's the end of round two. You know, Teddy, I'm looking at that cut as he's in the corner now, and it doesn't look good at all. Do you think he thinks he has to go out there and try to end this fight?
Not only does he think it, I think he's right. I think that he probably has very little time left before the referee or the doctor's going to stop this. And he needs to be thinking that way if he's not.
Delahoya's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Pernell Whitaker's probably thinking to himself that he found an early answer. The counter punch doing damage here.
And his opponent's thinking, what the heck am I doing? Am I shadow boxing? Because I'm not finding nothing. But I tell you, if I am shadow boxing, that shadow, it has a little bit of a punch. It's hitting me back.
Well, his opponent got away from that uppercut. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Halfway through this round. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Here's a moment here as you see the step back counter punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Pernell Whitaker with a counter punch. He needs to improve the accuracy a little bit. That was comical by Pernell Whitaker. Last 10 seconds of round number. Oscar Delahoya's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. And that's the end of round 3. He's been on target with his attack. Good, accurate punching as we begin round number 4 here, and he's up 3-0 on your scorecard, Teddy.
Good counter punching, and when you're counter punching the right way, you're usually getting clean shots. He's getting them.
Delahoya is making me wonder if his legs are really, truly underneath him after being stunned earlier. I mean, you see him clinching here, Teddy.
And right now, he's starting to wonder whether or not that should be his nickname.
Trinidad, Mosley, Hopkins, Mayweather. They all topped the Golden Boy. What was missing from Oscar Delahoya where he could have come out on top in those encounters?
You know, that's part of his legacy, and that's a great question, because part of his legacy, he's made more money than all these great fighters maybe almost put together. I mean, that's how much money he's made, but he's lost just about all of his big fights mentally. It's in the mental dimension. It's not in the physical dimension where he's been in those kind of fights. He hasn't made adjustments. You know, he's found a way to lose instead of a way to win. He's found a way to compromise himself, to undermine himself.
Nothing there on the punch by the Golden Boy, Oscar Delahoya. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. It's much too early for him to be hearing this kind of analysis, but it's true. Delahoya's punches right now are slowing down. He's tired.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's mentally tired, he's discouraged, or physically he didn't put the work in.
And a well-placed counter by Pernell Whitaker. Whitaker's back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport.
He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Good block by Delahoya. Good, there it is! And he is down. He is down for the first time tonight. So an immediate question to be answered by Oscar Delahoya. How will he turn things around? He just got knocked down. Now he's looking to continue on.
You know, Joe, we know he has a great jab. We know he has good speed. We know that he has a great smile. Now we're going to find out exactly what kind of heart he has.
That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Oscar Delahoya. Pernell Whitaker's making this like artwork here. I mean, his defense is just a masterpiece.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be, actually. You know, the sweet science. It's not supposed to be about going in there and eating punches. It's supposed to be about going in there avoiding punches. You know, finding a way to hit your opponent without him hitting you. He understands that.